What's going on, Urban CEO Network? This is your girl, Taria Vision Avant. And today we have another incredible VIP guest that's going to be joining us here on this show. I am pumped up and excited about it because this young lady is going to be talking about how we need to be going on living sprees. Okay, you know, we talk about shopping sprees, darling, but we're talking about living sprees on today and how not to be burnt out. So make sure that y'all stay tuned for this show. But y'all already know we just got at the beginning of the show. We got to go ahead and plug straight to our commercials, take care of some of our sponsors. So let's go ahead and check out our first commercial of the day, and we'll be back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Taria Vision Avant, and I wanted to just jump up here real quick and tell you, have you heard about the Urban CEO Network? Darling, if you have not heard about Urban CEO, then you need to make sure that you jump on board. Right now, we have a special so that you can actually be a part of our Urban CEO Academy, which is our monthly membership program, where not only do you get exclusive access to events, discounts, and things of that nature, but you also get training that's designed to help you to grow your business. Right now, you can join for 7 days for free and see what we're all about. All you need to do is go to urbanceoacademy.com and check us out for real. Like, we're the fastest growing organization right now, designed to help men and women that come from the urban community that want to grow in business, that want to grow in their career, or you simply just want to be able to grow in your life. Urban actually stands for unapologetic, real bold, action-oriented, and non-conforming. So come over here, check us out, join. We want you to be a part of what we're doing. 7 days free. You have really, it's a win-win situation, so you can see what we're all about, all right? So join. I look forward to seeing you guys there. I'm talk to you later. Deuces.
Hi, my name is Angela Taylor, the founder and CEO of So Lovely Creation Boutique and Angela Sky Collection. I created Angela Sky Collection to tell my story, to tell my journey. I believe that fashion speaks value, and I believe that it tells everyone's story because it gives you a chance to create something that you love, create something that other people will enjoy and love too. Everyone has a story to tell, and I hope that you guys can truly find your own voice, and maybe So Lovely Creation Boutique and Angela Sky Collection can help you find that voice by wearing some of my items that has boisterous words on there and expresses feeling.
Hey Urban CEOs, my name is Shakita D. Days. I am one of the owners of Derek Denzel Days II Corporation, along with my husband, Derek Days Sr. And we help individuals bring their vision to life, whether it's starting a business or writing a book or whatever that thing is that you may want to do. We also offer a free Boss Up shout out spot for those of you that want to just shout out something that you did great this week. You can do that with us. We provide that for free. And what you're going to do is email us at DDD2C mentoringprogram@gmail.com to get your free Boss Up shout out spot. Now I'm coming to you guys with the quote of today. The quote of today is, whatever you desire, it takes sacrifice. Whatever you want, you must work for it. You must make the sacrifices that you need to get to that destination. I know in the beginning, things may feel like it's overwhelming. Things may feel like it's rough. But anything that's worth having takes work, takes dedication, takes commitment.
Hey, guess what, y'all? As real as it gets, it's on Ice Cold TV Television Network every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Central, 9:30 Eastern on any Roku TV, any Roku device, or you can tune in at IceColdTVTelevisionNetwork.com. Don't miss it, baby.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Chanel Spencer. I'm super excited to be here, and thank you for tuning into As Real as It Gets TV. So, again, my name is Chanel Spencer, and I help women to transform their lives and create their own table because we are no longer waiting for seats at anyone else's table. We're just going to go and build our own. And if you want to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Chanel Spencer Now, and also my website at www.readytotransformnow.com. As you see, now is at the end of everything because you need me now, right now, in this moment, not tomorrow, not in 3 hours, right now. So go check me out, www.readytotransformnow.com. And today I'm here to give you the announcement. So let's get into this. So our first announcement is Urban CEO has the Ultimate Conference coming November 14th and 15th with daily giveaways, including cash, digital gifts, physical gifts like microphones, webcams, and more. All tools to help you expand your business or careers. Registration is free and we only have 100 seats. To register, go to www.urbanceonetwork.com today. Right now, well, after this episode, make sure you go register at www.urbanceonetwork.com. Who doesn't want gifts? Like, who doesn't want giveaways? Make sure you go register. Also, do you want to promote your business to thousands? Urban CEO has packages for any kind of budget. For the tea on how to get in front of thousands of buyers, email promotions@urbanceonetwork.com. Okay? Thank you all for tuning in. Again, we appreciate you being here with us. And again, my name is Chanel Spencer, and I help women to transform their lives and to build their own tables because we're no longer waiting for a seat at anyone else's. And check me out at www.readytotransformnow.com. Back to you, Tyria. Bye, beautiful people.
Will Roundtree, Twyla Portis, Carla Beatles, Orlando Haynes, Dr. Jasmine Zapata, Andrea Williams, Dr. LaTanya Jackson, Kitten Gray, Brian Keith Bailey, Isabel Rojas, and then we have Micro, we have Annette Bryant, as well as Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. What do all these people have in common? My name is Taria Vishanavant, and since 2014, I've helped more than 5,000 speakers, coaches, and network marketers to write books to grow their business. Look, this is the best time more than ever to actually finally get that book done. So if you want to join my free masterclass and to learn more about how I can help you to get your book done, go to abookin30days.com. I hope you join me. We actually have an intensive book camp coming up very soon. So I hope that you pull up on us and join me. All right. So abookin30days.com, and I'll see you there. Deuces. All right, Urban CEOs, Taria Vishanavant here, and this show has absolutely been incredible thus far. Thank you so much to our Urban CEO ambassadors who have just been, literally holding down the fort. I am so excited, guys. You know, we got the Who's Who magazine that's coming out. By the way, where that magazine at? Hold on, let me show you. I ain't dropped none of y'all. That was just a little noise. Okay. But anyways, let me show you this magazine. So this is the 2019 edition. I am so excited because the 2020 edition is coming out, and many of the Urban CEO ambassadors that you guys have been able to see, sharing the quotes, sharing the announcements, all of that, they're going to be actually listed in that magazine. And many of you that are watching this, you may have even been nominated for the Who's Who of Urban CEOs. But look, I'm going to go ahead and step out of the way of greatness because this particular section is not just about the magazine or everything that we're doing. It's really about bringing on incredible urban CEOs that we see in the community that are doing great things, whether it's in business, whether it's in life, relationships, health, because being a CEO is not just about being an entrepreneur. A lot of times people say, well, I don't know if I should be an urban CEO because I don't really have a business. But CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer. And so that's of your household, of your finances, of your health and wellness. And we plan to bring so many urban CEOs to be able to talk about those different aspects of our life. And so today I have an incredible young lady that's going to be on the line. Now she's here in Houston, Texas. And guys, I want y'all to know that we were actually going to have her to come out to one of our urban CEO summits taking place this year. Of course, Rona done got us all up in the way. Okay. So we weren't able to have it, but she did allow us to bring her up here on As Real as It Gets TV. Now, Ashley is a nurse practitioner by day, content creator by night, and she is a motivational speaker 24/7. So I'm excited to get some bombs. Okay, y'all make sure y'all grab a pen and paper because I'm telling you, we are about to have a good old Kiki. Yeah, she's an alumni from Vanderbilt University. You know, I can't pronounce nobody else's school unless it's Hampton University, but that's okay. Shout out to my Vanderbilts out there. And she has a BS, that's bachelor's in case y'all don't know, in medicine, health and society, and a master's, honey. She got a degree. Let me tell you, you see them acronyms behind her name. I don't know what all of them mean, but I do know it means she is big business, okay? But she has a master's of science in nursing. She received a dual certification as a family nurse practitioner and nurse midwife. Currently practicing as a full-time nurse practitioner. Ooh, I can't wait to talk a little bit about how she's been dealing with everything going on. An associate director of a local school-based health program. Now, this is the deal. We've got more. She's got more titles. She's got more accolades because, you know, that's just what we do when we are urban CEOs. So I want everybody to give it up to none other than our VIP guest of the day, Ashley Cokrell.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, absolutely, Ashley. Thank you for being here. Girl, listen, when you sent us your information and I seen all them acronyms, I was like, oh, she's important.
Look, you know what? I hate to do that, but I'm like, you know what? You work hard for this. So
yes, absolutely.
I'm not ashamed to say I struggled, okay? And I, you know, did what I had to do to get my paper. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate till the wheels fall off.
Let me tell you something. And that's one thing that I notice a lot of times of people in our community. It's like we try to dim our light. Well, you know, it's not a big deal. No. We need to, like, for real, like, brag about it. And if you want to brag kind of indirectly, like I did earlier when I was talking, you're like, you know, I'm doing this little something. You got to brag about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you did, like you said, you worked hard for it. And so, you know, with that stated, congratulations on everything that you have done. But I know I didn't give you justice. So do me a favor, Ashley, please share with us a little bit more about who you are and how you've gotten to where you are today.
Well, you did a fabulous job introducing me. Beyond my career, obviously, yes, I am a family nurse practitioner, nurse midwife by day, and I'm a lot of things at night, to be honest with you. But one of the things that I'm so passionate about is my living spree, which is my baby. It's my personal blog, and it's actually based on my personal self-care journey to empower and inspire other women to build balanced, fulfilled lives and break the cycle of burnout. That's actually something that I've gone through in my professional career and in my personal life, being burned out. And so at all costs, I just want to motivate and inspire people to avoid that cycle of burnout and just live a good life. Like, live your best holistic life. And it's not about the degrees and the accolades. Like, it's about living your best life from the inside out. And so that's the part that I'm so passionate about. And so, look, we're going to have girl talk. So I'm just excited. Like, look, ask me anything.
Oh, listen, a lot of times when people they send us like questions, number one reason why we don't really send questions, because if I'm interviewing, I'm probably going to go off, I'm going to go off on a tangent to the whole left field. I like to be led. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, okay, so we're talking about burnt out. And I know that many of us, you know, I was having a conversation with you earlier before we got started that one of the challenges I think that I deal with, especially with our urban CEOs, is getting into a position where we're trying to run multiple businesses. And I'm always stressing to people that, you know, multiple businesses are not the same as multiple streams of income. And actually, you know, when I think about it, the reason is because, like, honestly, when we were coming up, if we needed to make more money, what we do? Get another job. We have 2, 3 jobs, right? And I always say that 2 or 3 jobs are for 2 and 3 people. You know what I mean? And so when we get into that mind space of, in order for me to make more money, I have to get another job, instead of really perfecting myself in this craft and becoming better and irreplaceable, right? That's what we do. And so I think that causes a lot of us to get into the space of the burnout. But tell me, what are your ideas? Why do you think that many of us get into that position of being burnt out? And how are some ways that you recommend that we get out of that? Like, how do we get back to living our best life?
I think you hit the nail on the head, Terrell, when you said we're just kind of like trying to do so many things at one time. I'm gonna be honest with you. At one point, I had my full-time job. I was working part-time in my job, like after hours on the weekends, and then I was trying to build a business. I was like having three different full-time jobs at one time. And I really had to check myself and my like motives and honestly my priorities. Like, why are you doing this? This question mark. Or do you want more money? Because if money is the thing, like you said, you can hone in your skills in one area, get a promotion, or do whatever you have to do to get to the next level in that one area and excel, and then the increase is there. But you're running around like a chicken with head cut off, hustling, because you know hustle culture is very popular right now.
Honey, yes.
Sleep. If you're not on team no sleep, what team? Okay,
right.
Sleep at night. Oh, you're not successful. So we have to really check like what really matters. Does my mental health matter? Does my health and wellness matter? Or do I want to just live my life chasing paper every day, all day? So I really had to check my perspective and what I wanted. And when I really thought about it, I'm like, Ashley, you're running around because you have missed the mark at what your purpose is. If you get clear about what your purpose is and what you're supposed to be doing, your gifts will make room for you. The money won't even be a question or an option. So I think my take home is, please think about what it will bring you the most purpose in life, what you're passionate about. Your profit will be there, and it'll all make sense. So you don't have to run around chasing dollars, because that's also a way that you get burned out. Because you don't have to you're doing whatever it takes to get whatever done, and you're just unclear. And when you lack clarity, that's when things will literally spiral out of control.
Absolutely. So, look. Sorry, I had to get your little horn because you was just dropping nuggets. I told y'all to write down some, get a pen and paper, because she was going to drop them nuggets out of control. Ashley, listen, when you talk about things getting out of control, listen, I am a testament of that, because first of all, I am against team no sleep. I used to be that girl where like, you need to be up working. Listen, I would hate to, God forbid, leave this world and not have taken time to smell the roses. Like, what are we working so hard for? To just have a check? Like, no, we should be working hard to enjoy this world, to enjoy this life, right? But I was in that position where, you know, I was listening to people and they were like, look, you got to grind from sun up to sundown. If they not trying to do what you do, you got to cut them out of your life. And I found myself, number one, cutting out a lot of people in my life that were not really on board with what I was doing, until I learned how to compartmentalize people. You know what I mean? Then I was working so much. The biggest eye-opener for me was when my grandma passed away, because she always used to hit me up like, oh, well, you know, I ain't gonna see you this year. You know how you grandmas do. I ain't gonna see. Well, I guess I see you next year. With God, you know how, you know, when people get in their 80s, honey, they be knowing. They be talking straight to Jesus. And she was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be here next year. And I used to be like, Grandma, just cut it out. I'm gonna see you. I'm just grinding. I'm gonna get to you when I get to you. And it was honestly like one of the most challenging times for me, because I was so busy trying to be busy that I was missing out on opportunity. So let me ask you this. What if somebody is listening to this right now? Maybe they're in that space where, I don't know, they've joined a business or they're in a career and it is very demanding of their time. What do you tell that person? Like, how do they take control back of their life?
So you have to set those healthy boundaries. So you need to be clear about what your hours of operation are. Are you gonna be, 8 to 4? I'm on, and then literally before that is your time, and after that is your time. You have to be unapologetic about your time. Everybody don't have to have a meetup. You don't have to go to every event. I was at every event, girl. Like I was all over the place. Everybody don't have to have coffee.
Oh, Jesus. I don't do the coffee meetings.
Biggest thing for me was setting boundaries and being unapologetic. So if you're not working after 5, from between 5 and 9, because that's the time you're working on your business, or that's the time you dedicated to self-care or cooking for your family or whatever, 0. If you have to turn your phone on do not disturb, if you have to log off of social media, if you have to say no to going to this event to support someone, then the people that really care about you will respect and honor your boundaries.
Absolutely.
So and set healthy boundaries for yourself.
I love that. I always like to say, Ashley, you got to teach people how to treat you. Yes. And that's a lot what happens. And it's almost like, being able to sit down and have a candid conversation with people that you love. Look, this is what I'm doing. I need you to give me this time or give me during these times of the day. And then we will schedule things. Can I ask you a question? Do you believe, because I've shared this before, that sometimes you got to schedule things. Like you got to schedule outings with your friends or with your significant other. Do you believe in that? And how often, when somebody's chasing a goal, how often should they be scheduling those times?
That's a great question. So because I've been victim of burnout, I had to say, okay, Ashley, you need to start scheduling things, because I'm a very social person. So I'm that person that loves to connect with people, and definitely in person. So yes, I have a calendar and I'm unapologetic about that. So I'm like, okay. And I also, one thing, Taria, I do not do, as soon as you ask me, I may not give you a response right then, because I need to check with myself.
Right.
Some people want an immediate response.
Right.
Because I hate to say yes to something and then I look at my schedule, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm booked that day. And then I have to go back on my word. So it's okay. Hey, I'll get back with you. Let me check my schedule and I'll let you know. And then yes, I do schedule. So like I probably do maybe like 2 social outings a month on the weekends, because there's some weekends free I just want to myself.
Yes.
Having a free weekend does not mean I book it all up with social stuff. Having one weekend is literally for me to do whatever I want to do that weekend. If I decide I want to go somewhere to meet somebody, I can. But I give myself at least one blackout weekend where I schedule absolutely nothing.
Ooh, I love it. I love those type of weekends too. Honestly, I look forward to the weekends where I just don't have to get on the phone. I don't have to put on no makeup. I mean, most of the makeup I put on is like eyeliner and a little bit of something. But I really do enjoy those times. I will tell you this. So I remember I had a mentor that used to always say the challenge that people have is sometimes, like, if they're looking to try to be balanced, they'll either go way left or way right. So I was at a point where I was overworked and burnt out, right? I mean, I was making good income, but still, like, for what I was doing, I feel like I was still underpaid, right? And then when I decided, like, nope, I'm going to take my life back and take my control, then I went way right. And one of the things I think I've battled with is loving to be by myself too much. So how do you, like, what do you recommend? I mean, I live here in Houston, as you know. I am new to the area and 2.5 years now, but I don't really have a big circle here. I have a few friends, but even with that stated, like, I'm still very, like, I would rather just go to a restaurant by myself. Is there a problem with that? Or what do you say to the person who is looking to try to get out and be around people?
I think it depends on what your goals are. Like, what do you want? Like, so if you want to be a homebody and you want to spend that time investing in yourself and being social in other ways, I say allow yourself the freedom to do that. I don't think you should pressure yourself to get out if you don't want to. But I think if you do want to start meeting people outside of your comfort zone, outside of your neighborhood or social media, then I would say be intentional about getting out. I moved here in 2013. I knew nobody. My parents dropped me off in Pearland. So I had to be very intentional because Houston is so spread out.
It is.
So at the time I had no friends. So I was like, Ashley, you have to at least go to like one meetup a week. So I challenged myself to do that. And so now I'm like, I'm so social. I'm like, Ashley, you need to be at home. And it's like, So I think having like, check with yourself. Like, what do you need? And now, do you need connection with, do you want to make, new friends or network more? Then you do need to be intentional about getting out of your comfort zone. But if you want to cultivate the connections you already have, it's okay to be home and do you. I think checking in with yourself is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that as well. And I definitely always like to use myself as an example for a lot of these, only because I know most people, are probably dealing with some of these challenges as well. Now, tell me a little bit about your organization. You have My Living Spree. So what is this all about? Where did the name come from? And who needs to be connected with it?
Yes. So, My Living Spree. So back in 2013, when I first moved here, I was working at another job that I was very unhappy at. Korea. Have you ever felt like quitting your job?
What?
It could be
yes, all the time. I used to quit jobs quickly. Like, I was really bad. So I'm the worst example. I was really bad at it.
Right? So I hated it because they were just working me like a freaking slave. And I was just like, and it was because I was young, I didn't have family. So a lot of times they like to overwork you when they feel like you don't have a life. So 2 years went by and I was so burned out, Taria. I was like depressed. I was really, really in a bad place. And it was showing up in my personal life. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have any family here. And I was just at a very low place. And I set up and I was like, I don't even travel anymore. Travel is something I love that my grandmother instilled in me. And I was like, I'm not doing anything I love. So one day I woke up, I booked a trip to Hawaii on their dime.
Okay.
It was like a conference, but of course, that's wrong with going to a conference in Hawaii, girl.
Right. I don't care what it's about. It's Hawaii. I'm going.
So I'm in Maui because, sometimes a good getaway gives you that clarity you need. And I just feel so alive when I travel. So I'm in Maui and I'm like, I get this. I was like, it's time to go. And I was like, it's time to go on a living spree. Like getting back to me, the things that Ashley likes to do, like outside of her career, outside of these barriers that society has set for me. And even I had set some boundaries for myself. So I kind of started discovering who I was through fashion, travel, and just really walking into like the motivational, inspirational person I am. And it was a journey. So I started a blog based on that journey. And so now it's a platform to help other people take their own self-care journey. And so this is for any professional, any women professional, but specifically Black female professionals, because we'll take care of everybody else, but not ourselves. Female professional who resonates with being burned out and not really tapping into who they really are. My Living Spree is for you.
Okay. So I like that though. I love My Living Spree. So what are some of the things like we can expect with My Living Spree? You gonna do some trips? Like what we doing? Because I'm all about that. I'm all about trips. I'm all about hanging out. Let's get some massages. What we doing?
I'm glad you asked, Taria. So first of all, we have the blog. So I do create blog content. You can visit my blog, www.mylivingspree.com. And I do some social media blogging as well on my platform, Ashley Cokrell. But also, I look forward to doing wellness retreats. Obviously, Corona has kind of messed up my 2020, but we're doing other creative things. So we look forward to wellness retreats, like literally out of the country. Amazing experiences I have planned. And then I'm like wanting to do events. So events that are based on that content and interviewing people, that are also resonate with the content that I create. So anything from health and wellness, self-care, all of the things, mental health. And I'm actually doing an IG live series every Thursday where I have some of those talks. We've talked about dating during a pandemic. How do we navigate that?
Oh, okay.
Lonely. Of all of those things. So right now, blog, IG live, and then we're looking forward to those retreats soon.
Well, I can't wait until we can get back into, doing real world things. Retreat sounds great to me. I used to have a girlfriend. She passed away too. That was also back when I was overworking. And so this is why I'm so adamant at just being able to enjoy my life. And she used to always talk about this spot in LA. I don't even know what it was, but she was like, yeah, we're going to wait till both of us hit a certain level of success and we're going to go. And you could go, you didn't even have to pay, but it was a retreat where you had to give them your phone and you were there for 7 days and was straight peace. So I want to do, I don't know if I can not talk. Like they say you're not supposed to talk or nothing for 7 days. Woo, Jesus, Lord.
Not anybody?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you're supposed to talk. I don't even know. Child, I might be making it up. I don't know. But I do know it was all about meditation, all about, you know, you would do yoga, you would do massages. It was just supposed to be really nice. But it's learning, I guess, how to communicate without communicating through your mouth. I guess that's some of the things we will learn. But anyway, so I'm just throwing that in. I don't know where this place was. But when you think about the retreat locations, just know I'm trying to get down. There's a couple places that I've seen in this world that I would love to go to. Now, speaking of Rona and everything that has been going on, how have you adjusted? I know that you're also a nurse. And so on the side of working, how has that been for you? And then also in business, how has that been for you?
So work, we've had to pivot a lot. I've actually been on the front lines of this thing. So I've had to be a leader at work. I've had to come up with like workflows and protocols and literally just being flexible and resilient day by day. We're learning about this thing. And so it affected me greatly at work. And I had to do those things, those very things, Taria, that I preach about. I had to definitely practice some good self-care during that time because it was probably one of the most taxing times of my professional career. So coming home, making sure I'll go outside to walk and, you know, be in nature to get re-energized, making sure I was eating healthy and cooking more. I got a puppy during that time. So, you know, good pet therapy. So
Yes.
like it was a lot. So, but I'm thankful that I'm still healthy. I've remained healthy since day one. And
That's
I'm
good.
so thankful that I've been able to give back and to serve during this time. So I've been definitely practicing a lot of gratitude. That's professionally.
Mm-hmm.
On the business side, obviously the things that, you know, you had planned, a lot of us have had to succumb to the things we had planned and surrender control a lot and pivot and be even more creative individuals than we already are about how to engage our audience and the people that are interested in what we do. Mm-hmm. So the content that I would have loved to distribute during a distance retreat, I've just brought it to my social platforms and I've engaged people in other ways. So, you know, you always just have to pivot and ask people what they want. Like, what are you dealing with? Because ultimately being a good business is to providing a solution to a problem. So what are people dealing with? I had to really get in touch with my audience during this time.
That's really good. And I can appreciate that. I have another girlfriend who's a nurse as well. And she was telling me like, girl, it's the hours are crazy and it is crazy. And luckily she's been able to be healthy as well. But I just want you to know from Urban CEO to you, we definitely appreciate you for being on the front line. I know the nurses, y'all getting it worse than the doctors. So, you know, I could not imagine what that's like just to see what you've possibly have seen, especially in the space that you're in. The type of patients that you care for. Well, look, we're about to get ready to wrap this thing on down. First, I want to know, okay, I know you've mentioned it, but please, and even though it's been on the screen the whole entire time, share with everybody how can they get in contact with you and learn more about this entire movement, My Living Spree.
Yes. Well, first you can visit my blog at mylivingspree.com. You can email me at info@mylivingspree.com. And you can follow me on social media at Ashley Cokrell, ASHLEYCOCKRELL.
And y'all make sure when y'all follow her to let her know that you've seen her on As Real As It Gets TV. So, you know, we can make sure that she letting, you know, she know that we putting on the plug. Okay. And the final, no, I got two more things. So this is something I keep on forgetting to ask our VIP guests, but I'm going to ask you. So it's right off the top of the dome. So I want you to try to think about this. I'll repeat it twice. So urban, it actually stands for unapologetic, real bold, action-oriented, and non-conforming. And I want you to tell me, out of those, which do you feel fit you best? So here it is again. Unapologetic, real bold, action-oriented, and non-conforming. Which are you?
I would say non-conforming.
Okay, and why?
Because everything I do, I try to go outside of the box. I just try to push the limit. Like, I just like being who I am, and that's unique and different.
Yes.
So I like to follow the line on anything. I try to be myself, and I'm unique.
I love it. Thank you so much. Ashley, any last imparting words that you would like to leave to our viewers?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Taria. This has been quite a blessing, and I enjoyed this girl talk. I just want everybody to remember that self-care is giving the world the best of you and not what's left of you. So self-care is not selfish. So make sure you take care of yourself.
I wish I could have saw my face when she was saying it, because I was just like, yes,
Give
self-care. Yes. What were you going to say?
Give the world the best of you.
Yes. Not what's left, right? Well, Ashley, I appreciate you for being here. That was just an incredible talk. Guys, make sure that you do follow her as well and pull up on her blog. Make sure to connect. But that has been another edition of As Real As It Gets TV. And guys, I can tell you, we have a lineup for you, okay? My girl, Chanel Spencer, one of our ambassadors, she has been setting up interviews like with some incredible people, just like Ashley that you met on today. So make sure you guys stay plugged. We go live every Monday and Thursday, same time, same place. And don't forget, please share, like, all that good stuff. I'm gonna holler at you later. All right? All right. Deuces.
Thank you.